Welcome back to the Global Resilience Exchange YouTube channel. My name is Daniela McCoy, and I am the host and facilitator for the Continuity Coffee and Chat. Today, I am going to do a recap of the May 2026 Continuity Coffee and Chat. And the first topic is going to be AI. So, if you are interested in what resilience professionals from around the globe are talking about, it's emergency management, crisis management, business continuity, technological resilience, disaster recovery, etc., please make sure you join free but registration necessary forums every month on the first Thursday of the month or on the third Wednesday of the month. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends and colleagues. So, the question that was raised first for this month's chat was, how are we using AI? How are we as resilience professionals using artificial intelligence? This is a question that comes up regularly, and really the answers evolve over time. So, it never gets old to do these recaps. So, a lot of people talked about how they're using AI for reports, gathering data, synthesizing data, creating dashboards, and moving things in ways that they didn't have necessarily the time for. It's exponentially quicker and really showing us patterns that maybe we weren't able to recognize because we're just in that routine all the time. Another way that folks are using AI is for testing and exercise. I've seen this a lot and heard this response a lot. So it's creating the actual sit rep, the actual guidance, the actual scenario, creating the injects, the fun parts, as well as giving some ideas of how to facilitate the conversation. And so folks are able to maximize the time they spend observing and helping to educate participants as opposed to writing the actual exercise. Also, it's helping with procedure generation. That's one of the newer things that I've been seeing in the past 6 months. Is that folks are using it to help with their governance, so their policies, their procedures, and plans that they want to create. I think what's really important here is that you can also use it for research. So, helping with benchmarking, which I think is a great reason to attend the continuity coffee and chat. You can hear what other folks are doing across the globe and see, how it stacks up with your peers. You can also use it to help you stay compliant. So, a good use case was for an organization that operates in multiple countries, which means multiple regulations, and feeding in those regulations into AI to get a summary of what it is you need to do to stay compliant. And so, instead of reading those lovely 200 plus page documents, putting into AI and asking it, how does it relate to my particular role. So, whether that's business continuity, third party risks, technical resilience, really breaking it down for you. Now, at some point, you're going to have to read the regulations. And that's just my 2 cents. But AI can help speed up that process and help you become compliant, excuse me, so that you can do what you need to do a little bit quicker and really have a focus, right? So I think in this industry and probably many others, prioritization is important, right? So how do we prioritize what's absolutely necessary versus what we like to have? So that's been a really great use case research, understanding what's going on around you and different industries in your own industry, what other organizations are doing. And we had some cool examples of vibe coding. So this is what I want to do. Type it into AI, prompt it out, and see if you can actually create it. So, can you create that dashboard that gives you a look at patterns and how data is being used? Can you do something that's going to help you capture your metrics a little bit better? Is there a way that you can collect responses to important information from your colleagues? So, definitely recommend vibe coding. Start with something simple, a regular activity that's not going to be high stakes if it goes wrong, and be able to work from there. So, we've definitely seen a positive impact and a productivity impact. On the other hand, though, there are still organizations that are absolutely not engaging with artificial intelligence and being able to do all your work and understand what that new technology is can be tough for those folks. So, sessions like the Continuity Coffee and Chat allow you to kind of hear what other perspectives are for organizations that are and are not using it. I think it's something else that is important around artificial intelligence, and this is my own personal opinion, is making sure that you have that source of truth. So if you put bad data in, you're going to get bad outputs. That is not AI's fault. That is not a hallucination. That is bad information. Um, and just to note that once it goes into the LLM, it cannot be deleted. So you really wanna make sure that you're having good data that goes into that LLM, whether that's private, based on your company organization, locking it down, or even if you're putting it onto the web, you're never gonna be able to get it back. So really understanding what you're putting in, but if you are using a public account, knowing that you're gonna get all types of information regurgitated to you. AI is not smart enough to say, this is great, this is bad. It's just giving you information based on what is in that LLM. So that is important to remember. So that was our first topic, artificial intelligence, and how it is being used by resilience professionals as of now, May 2026.